You've just been hired as a data scientist to build a custom analytics dashboard on mobile device user behavior. So let's do that with Neovim in 5 minutes using artificial intelligence enhanced IDE. If you're new here, I'm Alex, and on Zazen Codes, I'm training data professionals. If you're serious about learning full stack data science, then you'll benefit from my premium content, which is very affordable, and it's over on Patreon. So my plan today is to show you a hands-on tutorial where I only have 5 minutes in order to build this custom analytics dashboard. And I'm going to be using Streamlit, and I'm building this with Neovim and a plugin called avante.nvim, which functions a lot like Cursor IDE. I have a whole video on configuring this so you can replicate my exact setup if you like how I do things. But the final result that I'm working towards is a public-facing dashboard on the internet that I can share with the client. So first I'll talk about the data set, then I'm going to start my timer and we'll get going. So I got this data from Kaggle, and we're going to pretend like a client shared this sample data set with me for me to build my dashboard. And it has mobile device usage and user behavior. So we have user IDs, device models, operating systems like Android, iPhone, and so on, and then stuff like screen time and battery drain and the age of the user and the user demographics like gender. So this is going to be our data set. So I've gone ahead and downloaded this, and the code is all open source. So you can, for today's demonstration, so you can go ahead and clone the repository if you want to see what I've built. And we're going to be using Streamlit, which is a fantastic open source dashboarding tool, and we're going to get a ChatGPT to build this dashboard for us. And if you've cloned this repository, you can go into the source folder and then avante.nvim demos, and that's where I'm working today. And before I start my timer, I just want to show you what's going on here. If I look in the data folder, user behavior dataset, that's what we're going to be using, and I'm in Tmux here, so I can open new panes and I can use Tmux commands in order to explore this stuff. So I'm going to open up the data set here in Vim. This is down here. Hop back with Tmux over to my first pane. I've got my 5-minute timer ready. Let's go. So I'm going to make a new folder called dashboard, and then I'm going to open up Vim. Inside of dashboard, I'm going to have a file called dash.py and another one called prompt.txt. So let's look at the prompt that we're going to ask for the language model. So I'm saying you're a senior data scientist, create a Streamlit dashboard. This is a reference to the relative path of the data set. Here's an example of what the data looks like. That's really important. And then here's the unique values of device model and operating system. Those are going to be our segments. For the charts, use Altair, and then I'm talking about some colors and some types of charts we want to include. So let's copy this. I'm going to go back to my dashboard. I'm going to open up Avante, paste that in, and I'm going to get this prompt going. While that's working, I am going to create my server. So I'm in DigitalOcean, and I'm going to pick the tiniest one I can get and create that, and I have my SSH key set up. So while that's building, let's see how our model did. I'm going to type A and then CA in order to accept that, and I'll save this in here. And now I need some requirements. Okay, I'm going to get out of that. So these are the requirements I need. Let's copy that, say require typing ments.txt. Okay, I need these in here. We're going to get rid of the imports. Get that out of here. We're going to have to get rid of this. Okay, so these are the requirements we will need. All right, next, here's our dashboard. Here's our requirements. Let's go ahead and log into our server. So that's ready. So I'm going to say SSH root at server. Yes. And so this is where we'll be working. And let's see, ls pw. So I'm in my root directory here, so I need access to Python 3. So I want Python 3-m venv. I want to create a virtual environment, and I can't do that yet, so I need to install venv here. So let's do that. Okay, well that's working. I'm gonna have to go ahead and copy this over, install our requirements, and get our dashboard up and running. So here's the dashboard we've created, and we're reading the data in from this relative path. I'm gonna have to copy the data over here as well. Okay, so let's just get out of here for a second, and I'm gonna copy some stuff. So let's go to dashboard, and I'm gonna say scp dash into root at server IP address, which I no longer have. That's up here. Grab that. Okay, and into root. Okay, we also need to put the requirements in there. Let's get those ones. Oh man. Okay, that's in there. Now I need my data as well. So that's back into data, user, into root at, okay. Now I'll have to log back into my server. and that's the IP address there. Okay, now I want to say vim bin pip install -r requirements. What? What's going on, guys? Python 3-m vim. This is gonna be my virtual. Did I already create this? I don't know. Vim bin pip install -r requirements. Okay, that's working now. Then I'll have to get Streamlit running, and we're gonna test this out, and hopefully everyone did a good job. I'm talking to you, ChatGPT, and then we are good to go on our report. Okay, let's go. Vim bin Streamlit run dash. Okay, there we go. It's alive. I'm going to go to this URL. This is an external URL on the internet. And here we go. Excellent. we did. I knew about this. Okay, dash, what's going on? This data path is wrong. It's got to be like this. Okay, let's get out of that. Restart this. Let's go again. Here we go. Key metrics. We got a chart. We got a report. We got a breakdown. We got some aggregation. I can do some downloading, and the report has been delivered on time with 25 seconds left to spare even. So what do you think of my report, guys? Am I going to get fired, or is this good to go? I mean, obviously some of these charts aren't that good. I'd want to do a lot of work to clean this up. You know, even for example, this chart here, like say we didn't like this chart right here, I could say space AE and pull up this Avante edit. So this is the chart for screen time by operating system. That's this one here. Obviously this doesn't look good at all, right? So I could say maybe convert this to a pie chart. And after we do this, we're going to have to copy this code to the server. So it edits it right in line for me here. So it's done that change now. And what I could do is open up a new tab up here, and I'm going to copy this to the server. So we'll go to dashboard. I'll say SCP, and then it was dash and root, and I should have that here. So this will replace the current file, and it's already serving this. So if I refresh it, it might just work. Yeah, okay, so it's screwed up my path again because I never fixed that. Let's just go ahead and fix the data path. It's right here, and I'll just get rid of that. Let's recopy that to the server. Refresh this again. So now it's working, and yeah, so now this is like a pie chart. Still looking kind of funky. We'd want to clean that up. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you like this, please let me know by leaving me a like and leave me a comment if you want to see more stuff like this. So if you want to copy my development setup, I've got a few videos that you can watch. The first one is for my Neovim setup. I have a more recent video on how I set up Avante, which is the tool I used to do the ChatGPT stuff in this video. And I also have a video on setting up servers on DigitalOcean, so you can check that one out. And those videos are more long form, and you can actually like learn how to do all this stuff that I was sort of just throwing at you in this one. I hope you enjoyed, and namaste.